It's like the Mustang and Sally's of Black Ops 4, pretty much. Special round speedruns. Hey, what's up, soldiers? My name is GregFPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel. Today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 loading screen / posters, and this idea was given to me by Samboy115 in the comment section, who said top 10 loading screens / posters. So that's what we're doing today, guys. If you have a suggestion for a video like this, comment it down below, and if I use your idea, I will also give you a shout out. I've definitely done a lot of them in the past, so it's kind of hard to find ones that I haven't really done, but this one was really interesting to me, and I think it's a really good idea. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. What I want you guys to do is comment your favorite loading screen down below in the comment section. If you disagree with the list, it's okay. I got some suggestions from Twitter and also added my own opinions as well, so chances are it's probably going to be a little bit different, but I hope you guys enjoy the video nonetheless. And also, if you guys wouldn't mind dropping a like if you enjoyed the video towards the end of the video, if you enjoyed it, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and also check me out on Twitch, where I stream pretty much every night. So anyways, without further ado, guys, let's get right into the video. All right, guys, coming in at the number 10 spot is Revelations from Black Ops 3. Now, I really think this poster is super cool. Obviously, you have the huge head of Dr. Monty, and you have all of the characters on the left-hand side as well. Richtofen definitely looks really weird. But other than that, like, it's really cool. You have Takeo's katana, which we can obviously get on the map. Dempsey is holding a thunder gun, and it just looks really cool in general. You have all the Apothicon symbols and Apothicon and like Shadow Man on the right hand side. It just looks really cool in general. The corruption generator coming out of Dr. Monty's head, and then you have a summoning key below him, and right to the left hand side you also have the house. So I really thought this was kind of cinematic in general, and you can't forget the amazing skybox that is also behind the house, which is part of Revelations and kind of makes it what it is. I thought this one looks really cool in general, and it definitely deserved to be on this list at the number 10 spot. Coming in at the number 9 spot is going to be the Shadows of Evil loading screen / poster. We're going to go with the poster for this one because it shows a little bit more. I actually have this poster on my wall. It's one of my favorite ones. So you have the 4 main characters, Jackie F and Vincent, Jessica Rose, Lloyd Campbell, and Nero Blackstone. And then you also have a Shadow Man, I guess, in black behind him, which obviously we know is the Shadow Man, but it's like all black and it looks really cool with his business hat and everything, which I think is really cool. Now, I just think that this one is drawn really well and kind of has a cool like description, I guess, of what the map or what you can expect from the map. Obviously, it definitely looked older, so that was a really cool thing to include with it, and it just looked really cool overall. So that one comes in here at the number 9 spot. Coming in at the number 8 spot is going to be Call of the Dead's loading screen, which I think is really cool as well. There's a lot of stuff to kind of pick out from this loading screen, but it definitely looks like a movie poster instead. So Call of the Dead, and then you have the 4 main characters' names, and also them like in the middle with zombies coming towards them. And also you have George Romero in the bottom right as well, which is in red, and then he's also in the blue part of the actual like overall movie poster. Now, I think the really cool thing about this one as well was it was kind of ripped on both sides, so you can see part of Ascension's loading screen as well as Shangri-La, and that's kind of how most of the posters were in Black Ops 1, which I thought was kind of cool. They gave it that whole comic book feel. So this one was definitely cool, and it's even creased in the middle like it was supposed to be in a comic book, which is just really cool in my opinion. So Call of the Dead comes in here at the number 8 spot. Coming in at the number 7 spot is going to be Shangri-La's loading screen. Now, before I actually talk about it, there's some great music that goes along with this loading screen, so let's check it out. So I don't think anyone can deny like that music sounds so epic, but the loading screen is actually really weird. it's completely shrouded in mystery because there's a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, like the ferns and the skulls and stuff like that makes sense. You have Call of the Dead and Ascension behind it with the pages ripped, which is also there. But overall, I just think it looks really, really cool. It led to a lot of people thinking that this map was possibly on Mars or in the Himalayas. It's still kind of unknown. Treyarch won't actually tell us. There's like a tornado, there's electricity coming down. You have that symbol from the Templar zombies on the ground as well, which is really, really interesting. You have the bridge as well, which obviously is on Shangri-La. So it's a really cool loading screen, really interesting, and we don't really know too much about it. So that one comes in here, guys, at the number 7 spot. Coming in at the number 6 spot, we have Die Rise, The Great Leap Forward. Now, this loading screen actually looks really cool because there's a lot of stuff going on. Starting on the right-hand side, we have the dragon, which obviously will light up with fireworks as we see our progress through the Easter egg, with the spire that we ultimately have to light up at the end of the Easter egg. Below that, we have a map of the world of the characters actually getting teleported from the United States or like Washington, where transit takes place, all the way over to China and like that whole Asian area, and they are being teleported, which we can see in the top left hand corner as the characters all appear in the starting room, which is really cool. And then obviously below that we have the earth being blown up as well, which is just really cool from the events of Moon. So I just think it looks really, really cool how they were able to kind of design this one to kind of fit the theme of the map really well, and also what was actually going on at the time of the map taking place. So it's really, really cool. I like everything about this one, and it comes in here, guys, at the number 6 spot. Coming in at the number 5 spot is going to be Zetsubou No Shima. Now, this loading screen is really, really cool, and you can't see most of it, unfortunately, from the loading screen. So we're going to take a look at the poster. Now, overall, it looks really cool because you have a massive picture of Takiao kind of blending in with the whole poster as a whole, and you have the other 3 characters, which looks really, really good in general. Underneath that, you have those big like test tube green vials that we see in the laboratory of Zetsubou inside of the bunker, and you have a bunch of zombies there as well. You have spiders on the left hand side. It just looks really, really cool, and it looks really jungly, which is the whole like thing they were going with ZNS. So overall, I think that this poster actually is really, really cool. One of my absolute personal favorites. I may not enjoy the map a ton, but there's no denying that the poster looks absolutely amazing. Coming in at the number 4 spot is Blood of the Dead. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of the map, but you can't really go wrong at looking at the poster because it just looks completely epic. You have the 4 main characters, also Richtofen. It just looks so interesting, like that red stuff like coming out of his head where he's like screaming. Kind of reminds me of what's going to happen at the end of the map, obviously. And it looks like you have Brutus as well, and like all the characters are more like in distress than anything. They're not like really just standing opposed. It looks like they're like literally freaking out and kind of fighting against everything going on. So I think this one looks really cool. I'm not a huge fan of the map, but I think the poster looks absolutely amazing, and that's why I actually have it on my wall. I ended up getting that one from like the launch of Black Ops 4 for I think it was like Call of Duty Endowment or something, where I donated and got the poster. So I thought it was definitely worth it, and I do think it looks really, really cool, and that's why I still have it up behind me on the wall. Coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be Mob of the Dead. Now, obviously, it's one of my personal favorite maps, and I've seen this loading screen so many times, but there's so much stuff going on in the loading screen that make it look really, really cool. You obviously have like the afterlife symbols and the afterlife ghosts, as well as the power box, the shock boxes, the plane, the escape plan. There's so many things going on, the golden spork as well, and all the different parts for the plane as well. And you also have a newspaper behind it which says Wall Street in panic as stocks crash, which is pretty cool, kind of telling of the time period that it's located in. So I think it's really, really cool, and that one comes in here at the number 3 spot. Coming in at the number 2 spot is Origins. Now, I also have this poster. It's one of my personal favorites, and I just think it's really, really cool because it kind of encompasses everything that's going on. So obviously we have Takiao with a fire staff, Dempsey has the MG08, Nikolai has the MP40, and Richtofen has the Mauser C96. Then you obviously, he's like, they're all in a trench. You have the Origins robot behind, which is super, super epic. And then the zombies jumping in to the trench where they are, kind of overlooking it with a plane and plane crashing. And you also have Templar zombies as well on one side, which is really, really cool. I just think that this poster is awesome. You also have the Zeppelin, and then of course the Origins writing on like that stone writing. It just looks really, really epic in general, and it comes in here at the number 2 spot. All right, guys, so we have 3 honorable mentions, and the first one is going to be Voyage of Despair. Now, this one looks really, really cool. It's kind of reminiscent of the time period that it's in, and all the characters' drawings look really, really nice. It just looks actually sick in general, and obviously the writing of Voyage, and you can definitely tell it's the Titanic, which is really, really nice. So that looks awesome. The next one up on the list is going to be Gorod Krovi. Now, you really only see like the dragon, and it looks like it's, you know, shooting fire at Nikolai's like private area, but it does look really, really cool how he's like grimacing and kind of in pain. But if you actually see the poster itself is really, really cool. You see the loading screen in there. You have Richtofen with the ray gun Mark III. You have Takiao and also Dempsey, as well as the mech that the OG Nikolai from the Ultimus crew is in for the boss fight and stuff. It just looks really, really cool in general. I think this is one of the best looking posters that we've ever seen in zombies, and that one deserves to be here on the honorable mention list. And last but not least, guys, we have Dead of the Night, which no one commented on Twitter. I think this is one of the coolest looking loading screens. Obviously, this one got leaked early, but I just think it looks really, really cool with the characters and like everything going around on, like the just landscape behind them looks really cool. The drawing of the characters is cool, and then obviously you have the huge mansion behind them. I think this is a really, really cool poster, and I'm kind of surprised that no one really thought of it. Now, if you look at the poster as well, in the background you can kind of see the eyes of the werewolf as well, and the writing for Dead of the Night actually looks sick as well. So I just think this one is really cool. If I could get one of like any of the posters that I don't have, I would probably get Dead of the Night. I think it looks the absolute coolest out of all of them. So now it is time for the number 1 spot. All right, guys, and coming in at the number 1 spot is going to be the Moon loading screen. Now, there is a ton of stuff going on, and I think the idea behind this one was they were making the left-hand side page to be more of like an ads page. So obviously there was a bunch of stuff that we had seen from zombies that actually ended up on the page, like the Golden Rod and Speed Cola and Astronauts, Thunder Gun, Monkey Bombs, Pack-a-Punch, like all this stuff, the Idol from Shangri-La, all kind of culminating what we had seen in zombies up to that point, which I think is really, really cool. And then on the right hand side, you have like an overall picture of Moon with Griffin Station. You have astronauts like walking in towards the station. You kind of have like a temple up on the right, which could have been just the MPD in general. And you have excavators as well, all the way on the right hand side. And it says meanwhile ... which is kind of interesting as well. So I think this loading screen is one of the coolest. A lot of people said it over on Twitter when I was asking what the best one was, and I definitely think that this one is one of the coolest looking ones overall. So anyways, guys, that is going to be the list of the top 10 loading screens / posters in Treyarch Zombies history. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys either in my next video or later tonight in my live stream. Peace out, guys.